A is the vector 5, negative 12, and Q is 2, 3. We want to find mod A. Well, it's just Pythagoras. Just to explain, this vector goes 5 to the right and 12 down. And the hypotenuse of this right-angled triangle is the modulus of A, or the length of this vector. So mod A is just going to be the square root of 5 squared plus 12 squared. The negative doesn't really play a part because we're going to square anyway, which is the square root of 169, which is 13. Let's do the same for B. We don't need to draw the diagram. It's just going to be the square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared. 9 plus 4 is 13, so that's root 13. And that's leaving it in exact form. We want the angle that A makes with the x-axis. So we'll just use this diagram here. The x-axis goes this way. And so this is the angle that we're after. So what we can do is the inverse tangent of 12 over 5. So shift tan 12 divided by 5. Let's just hope that I'm in degree mode. And it seems so. So let's call that 67.4. Now, you should indicate where it is because, of course, there could be 67.4 above. Normally, angles that have rotated clockwise are negative. So we could give that answer as negative 67.4 degrees. Or we could just say 67.4 degrees below the x-axis. And for B, we could do the same thing. We didn't draw the diagram for B, but it's 2 across and 3 up. So let's call this angle phi, say. And then phi is going to be the inverse tangent of 3 over 2. So inverse tan, and it's 3 over 2. And that's 56.3 degrees. Okay, there's more to this question. We want a unit vector in the direction of A. And remember, A was 5, negative 12. Now the unit vector we would call A hat. The hat signifies a unit vector. And A itself was 5, negative 12. And that has to be part of this unit vector to preserve the direction of 5 across and 12 down. But we know that this one has a magnitude of 13. If we want a magnitude of 1, just multiply by 1 over 13. And now it's got a magnitude of 1. We'll do the same sort of thing to form B hat here. Now that was the vector 2, 3. And we know that the magnitude was root 13. So if we do 1 over root 13, we should rationalize the denominator there and write that as root 13 over 13. Remember, multiply top and bottom by root 13. And that would be our unit vector in the direction of B. And now we want mod of A plus 2B. So if we do A plus 2B, that's 5, negative 12, plus B is 2, 3, so that's going to be 4, 6. So that would be 9, negative 6. So the magnitude of 9, negative 6 is going to be the square root of 9 squared plus 6 squared. So that's 36 add 81, which is 117. So that is the square root of 117. That can actually be simplified because 117 divides by 9, which is 13. So that's root 9 times 13, which is going to be root 9 root 13, which is 3 root 13.